murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves? Like, driving gloves?
The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves, of the kind used for autopsies.
In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime.
Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, mister.
This is bad. She's got them thinking this was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I've got to think of a way to show that this wasn't premeditated.
It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it.
You said that before. Anything else?
Scientifically speaking,
it's the
Star's
same,
testimony is flawless.
Yeah, it seems the same. Okay. Let's go heads down. Right. Okay.
Our heads down, our thumbs up.
Okay, so...
Did you ever play that at school? Heads down, thumbs up.
No, I don't think I did. Oh, I didn't mean to go through the whole thing again, but I'm backing up.
Sorry.
No, it wasn't you. I was trying to get to the end. Okay.
A wire fence. Murder was planned.
Rubber goes through. Is there anything that can justify it not being work of art?
If the murder was planned, why did she need to nick Edgeworth's knife? Well, you could. Oh, I'll use the knife. And if you're really clever, you could.
Yeah.
I mean.
No, because there's lots of blood from chest wound. The wound was caused by a 4.8 fire inch. Not a single stab wound was found. Okay, memo from the car trunk. I'm really intrigued to see what this memo means. Because, like, that's just been left there for some reason. And none of the other investigators noticed it for some reason.
And the 12/2 is a date, right? It's like...
I would imagine 12th of February.
Yeah.
I don't know what 6 to 7S means, though. Seconds? Street? I don't know. Probably last guy, last call made to a sister. Oh, where to his car.
So it was not how good.
Why is there no
It's not
blood on the
premeditated.
wall?
We've got to prove that. Well, I guess it depends where he was standing when he was.
I suppose. You'd think there'd be more than just on the coat.
And he died of loss of blood, so he's bleeding and bleeding. He's bleeding like a pig. So, you know.
Could be in the car, I suppose.
Yeah.
Depends on where he is. It's the fact that I can't see him in this shot, because the outline of the body was out the car.
Yeah.
So that's what gets me, unless it's taken in such a way that it's to disguise the fact. I don't think it's blood on her jacket. I don't know what it is, but I don't think it's blood.
I think what you said about the oil is feasible.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a water tap.
There was a water tap.
Right behind the wall. So...
Yeah, could have been that. Does it look like...
Oh, it's not there in the photo though.
Was it on the other side of the wall?
I can't remember, but
No, I
it
don't
was
remember.
definitely when we visited.
Yeah. Yeah, and the plan doesn't mention it either. Well, it's quite clear we have to contradict this, because this is the new statement. It's not going to be an older one. So, what is the contradiction? How do we prove that rubber gloves... Like...
The phone call might allude that it wasn't. Like, why would she call her sister? If
I
she's
don't
planning
know.
a murder, why would she call her sister?
I'm going to save again.
Mm.
I trust nothing. Yeah, what is it we need to present? Let's see. It's just the time frame is what gets me, because it's so quick.
Yeah.
It,
Also, what does that say? 0221. So that's 21st of February.
yes.
So that's. I mean, doubt it's relevant here, but worth keeping in mind. Because
Yeah.
if Edgeworth parked on the 21st, there's a note that says the 12th.
If it turns out that it's actually... Hang on.
Victim's memo. Wait, victim's memo?
Yeah.
So Goodman's memo that he had on him was left in Edgeworth's trunk. Is that what we're saying?
Is it at all possible that this is actually written upside down? And it is, in fact, the 21st of February, and then it's like SL to 9 or something. Is that at all possible?
Can you view it in the...
I can't turn it around, no.
Oh, okay.
But is that possible? That it's just written upside down?
Yeah, the Goodman on the... I think the Goodman thing on top's a red herring.
Yeah. I still don't know what it means.
When you pull out a notebook, it's like...
I still don't know what the SL thing would be. Because either way, that's an S. This can't be a... Oh, it could be a 5. There was something that told us it wasn't an S.
5L-9, yeah.
There was something that they said that made us think 6 to 7 5. So 6 to 7 S, sorry. Like, someone said it. But it doesn't mean that that's what it actually is. I wonder if maybe it is actually...
If that is true, that is the most 4D... like 4-dimensional use of evidence ever, like so far in this playthrough.
Well, I don't know what it means yet, though. If that is the case,
Yeah.
we've got to solve the whole problem of the murder was planned. What proves it wasn't? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what proves it wasn't.
Like, if it was premeditated, why is it so sloppy? Like, all this stuff left all over the floor,
Yeah.
the knife covered in blood, it's just sloppy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what piece of evidence, like, can convey that, if that is what they're getting at. You know what I mean? Like,
Badgie the Badger.
yeah.
Badgie.
Badgie
Blue
thinks it was
Badgie.
sloppy. Found it.
Oh, okay.
Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell box lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk.
Indeed, it is my knife.
What is this case? Oh, whoops. The defendant is the chief. Mummy, are prosecutors bad people? The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon.
Right. See, we mentioned all this, but we
Yeah,
just didn't know the right order.
Well, no, because we had the mentality. We mentioned this last recording as well, that like if they planned it enough, they had to know that the weapon was inside the trunk to take it out to use it.
Yeah.
So we had like a different mentality, I guess. Oh, this knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're gonna plan a murder, You don't forget the weapon. Ah!
Her lunch went flying.
Oh no. Order. Order. Order! Right, now the tide is turning in our favour.
Great show, Mr. Wright. My sushis as good as free. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is... he's definitely a favourite of mine. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. Oh my god, it's like better than television.
What? I don't like pie.
I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such trifling detail.
But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory.
Bah. Prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution needs to prove. Nothing else.
Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now? But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing...
I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again.
Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought.
How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now?
Okay, here we go.
This is why she got the sack.
Yeah.
She was too subjective.
Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure that the prosecutor had a grudge against the victim.
A lunch against me.
Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again.
That didn't happen because there was only one stab wound. Yes. Yes, I've got you. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. Does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it?
So, if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy?
Yes. In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness.
Let's rip her apart.
Yeah, well, I already know the glaring issue, but we'll keep pressing it just to see what else we've got.
You've said that, but you haven't told us how you know. That's what I'm about to tell you, Rookie.
I believe what she just said was a mere prelude to the story she is about to tell. Try not to interrupt her again.
Rookie. Never interrupt a storyteller. It's like pulling a bun out of the oven half-baked. Something's half-baked here, right? And it's you.
Try not to confuse the defense witness. They're not very quick on their feet. Now, why did you believe the suspect had intentions to murder the victim?
Her actions speak for themselves.
You have no proof that Miss Skye called him there.
You have no proof that she didn't.
Mr. Edgeworth, thoughts?
There's no record of a call made on the defendant, Miss Lana Skye's phone.
She might have written him a letter.
Come on. You could have tried public phone first at least.
In any case, the victim came to the prosecutor's office, where he was murdered.
I'm sure he had a reason to be there. Witness, why do you think it was the suspect who summoned the victim that day?
What kind of grudge? Well, I wouldn't know that.
Of course you don't. That's because she didn't have a grudge.
Rookie. I have a lunchbox here. Now, what's inside?
How am I supposed to know?
See? We agree there is a lunchbox here, but we don't know what's inside. A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels. Don't you agree?
I get it. That's why my lunch was so salty. This judge isn't very good with metaphors.
Yeah, I thought the whole point was that we didn't know what was inside, but you just said pretzels were inside.
Yeah.
Like, the suspect had a grudge against Detective Goodman.
I think she mentioned pretzel because it's all twisted.
It's
You never know
twisted.
how, like, it's complicated, but...
Will you tell us your basis for thinking this?
It's simple.
A human machine? That's a contradiction.
Please. Can't you find fault with something of substance, Mr. Wright?
Oh, you want that, do you? Give me a second.
Note to self, Mr. Edgeworth's eyes smell like citrus fruit.
Okay, do they
Like
now?
his breath? His breath? Okay.
You say again and again. How many times did she stab him exactly?
We often say chop into 1,000 pieces, but we don't actually mean 1,000 pieces. What difference does it make if the deed is done? I think she's getting mad at me.
Let's just say she stabbed him several times and leave it at that.
But it's still wrong.
Yeah.
It's still wrong, Judge.
Leave
Come
it
on.
at that. This is a murder case, people.
Mr. Wright, you should speak up if you have an objection, you know.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that.
Oh, really? It's sort of my job.
It still has turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off.
The short wick burns out the fastest. It's a scientific fact.
I wonder, wouldn't it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax, and even a really short wick will burn longer.
Obviously, more scientific testing is required.
You're in a murder trial.
It's funny because Elton John would talk about a candle in the wind, so
Nice.
she's wearing the correct glasses for it.
You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that.
Are you testing me? Then I'll test you.
If my moss a surprise.
Yummy.
Mm.
I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Starr.
What do you mean?
I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound.
Aha! You're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth.
What a hunk! He's my hero, really.
I pointed this out.
Yeah.
That's my objection. No one noticed. Well, witness.
Yeah, not appropriate, Angel. Not appropriate.
You got the crime scene set right.
Oh, thanks.
I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood, but now I realize that such mistakes are possible.
So, you're saying you mistook something for blood?
So you're saying that what's on her coat might not be... Whoa!
Yeah.
When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice.
Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify.
Show her the photo of the bloodied coat.
Hmm.
Her red muffler looked like... Muffler? Muffler. What's that?
That's how ghastly the whole scene was.
Okay. Her red muffler?
Yes, like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wears one around her neck. So she can be easily hanged at a moment's notice, I suppose.
What?
She's right. She can be hanged. Miss Skye was wearing a red scarf, wasn't she? But wait, isn't it odd that you mistook that for splattered blood?
Well, people often mistake my beard for a bib. A judge with a bib. That's why this place feels so much like kindergarten sometimes.
Actually, I do think I saw some traces of blood on her chest.
However, the autopsy report is clear on this matter. There was only one knife wound.
Apparently Miss Stark isn't entirely sure of her own testimony.
Mr. Wright, this is our chance.
As for what, I wonder? Miss Star's turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Chanting her abilities is... Okay, right, this is just reset it. Yeah, this is reset it. Okay.
The John Wick burns the fastest.
Okay, so... Red muffler, I'm going to save
But was
it.
she wearing it? She's not wearing it in the photo.
Well, let's have a look. She is not wearing it in the photo, you are correct. Yeah. Done then. We got her. Miss Star, I demand an explanation.
The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. That's gonna get us steamed.
Yeah, oh, Edgeworth is working with us. Excellent. What?
The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabs the victim. And you've proved it yourself with this photograph.
Huh? But that can't be!
Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations. Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life.
Harsh words, but good.
Ooh, burn! In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails.
What was my objection? Chopped liver? But it was there. A scarf! No, not that, but something red, really!
Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business.
What? Very well. Witness, continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of our testimony.
Most important part?
The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. Okay. So, apprehending the suspect. How would she be able to do that? After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. That was locked, wasn't it?
Oh, okay.
Wasn't it? Wasn't that door locked?
Yeah, because we did investigate it and we couldn't...
We don't have any way to prove that, but when we looked, it was locked. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile.
But is she already sacked at this point?
Yes.
Then she doesn't have the right to restrain.
No. You are quite determined about this scarf, aren't you? I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is kind of a snake. Or a kind of snake. Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten. No thanks.
Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites.
As are you.
Yeah, as there's a lot of people. A translation error probably, but they're not poison, it's venom. It's
Is there anyone who is actually immune?
There are people who have built an immunity, but this is not something you can just practice.
Yeah, I figured.
You'll die.
Yeah, just like, no, give me the most powerful snake. I know I could survive. Kill me! Oh no, it didn't work.
Yeah, because poison, you have to ingest it. Technically, you have to ingest poison. But venom, if it's in you, then that's that. I don't know the rule. It doesn't matter right now.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. An
oil drum? That's why her coat is stained.
100%.
Wow, it's almost like we said it.
Yeah, it is
half an hour
absolutely.
ago.
Yep, sure is. Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr.
Well, yeah.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will. Please tell me that there's the whole barrel thing in this small bit of testimony. Alright, so run behind the partition off to her side. So, where is this partition on the floor plans? Wait, sorry. Is she saying that she chased her? How did she chase her?
Yeah, there's a chain fence.
Yeah,
isn't there?
okay, well, partition. I'm sure she means this wall next to the oh, sorry, that's you.
I'm sure she means this wall next to the car.
That's right. There was a wall there, about 6 feet high.
She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do.
And what did you do then?
You quickly caught her. How? You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect?
As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time.
Maybe I should press her for more details. I like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. The lunch-like car was... Oh. Okay.
Oh, okay.
She was that's unhelpful. She was a visitor, thus she was parked in B block. Well, it is next to the car, or like you can see it.
Yeah.
So you witnessed the murder from here. That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct, Miss Starr?
Yes, that's right.
But there was a chain link fence in front of you.
I went over it, of course.
Amazing. The cover queen lunch lady athlete indeed.
It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence. So she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast.
Yeah, that's a tall fence.
Yeah.
That's taller than a truck.
She thinks she's in like a lethal weapon or something, like a chase sequence.
Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high too.
How did Miss Sky not get away?
Oh, so she mentioned the muffler. Alright. She mentioned the muffler. What exactly did she say?
If I remembered exactly, I would have told you in my testimony.
Cheeky.
Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler.
Just that one word.
So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but someone else.
Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone.
A phone? She can't mean...
Well, good. This is a...
By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene?
Yes, oh,
Interesting. So... She...
You could look at the call record and then look at the
Yeah,
conversation.
but it's more just... Would the phone have been dropped next to the car if she was chased away? I guess she could have dropped the phone, I don't know.
Yes, ultimately.
Ultimately?
My memory. It's like a salmon headed upstream, you see.
No, the court doesn't see, Miss Starr.
The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall.
On the wall?
That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently it was out of order.
And so she used a cell phone.
Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order all that day.
Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? You should of course add this to your testimony.
The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney.
Word muffler was overheard during a call made to Emma at 5:18.
Okay, Emma, do you remember
Yeah.
anything?
It's
You're
going to be
sitting right
very
next to her.
important.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court? Aha, I was going to ask the same thing.
I only said this one time, so listen close, rookies. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket. During the time you climbed over the chain...
During the time you climbed over the chain link fence.
Then when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone.
And you saw her doing this?
What is it, Mr. Wright?
It's kind of impossible to see her doing this because of the big wall in the way. Also, her phone wasn't behind that wall. It was next to the car.
Yeah.
Don't know if I have a way of proving that though. She made to escape. Can you be more specific?
She brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see, like a dollop of lard on a pâté of foie gras.
Huh?
She even kicked over an oil drum at me.
An oil drum? There was an oil drum lying on its side at the scene of the crime.
But it's strange.
What's that?
If she wants to escape, why didn't she run the other way?
The other... Ah. The parking lot entrance.
That's right. It doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind the partition to the oil drums. Excellent. More mysteries.
I wish we could solve a few before finding more, though. So, Miss Sky tried to run.
I'm sorry my sister is so suspicious, Mr. Wright.
Not as sorry as I am.
But she didn't do it. You have to believe me.
Okay, so... When I arrested her, she mentioned the mouthful. I saw it all. I tried to find the wall, but I had to use a cell instead. I mean, I'm gonna save again. I presume I can just be like, no, you didn't. The floor plan, like yes.
Oh.
Miss Starr, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky.
The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias.
Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago.
Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. So, this is a fatal... how do you explain this?
I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up.
Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Sky making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. Order! Order! What is the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch. She's coughing up lies.
That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told to the court.
Several? Here's where the counterattack begins. Can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about... all of it. What she saw, where she saw it, the order of it, all of it. It's like...
Yeah.
Well,
she couldn't have seen her make the phone call.
no.
Unless she knows there's a phone there, she can kind of assume. But she's saying it so matter-of-factly that she can't
I was
really...
just gonna say what she saw. She lied about that. She lied about what she saw. In other words, she didn't see Miss Sky using that emergency phone. It does seem hard to imagine how she could have. Very logical. What's the matter, Star? Can't get your lunchbox?
Mr. Wright, I hate to bother you while you're celebrating your victory. But why would Miss Starr lie like that?
Huh?
Why would she say that my sister had tried to use the phone, but failed? It doesn't make any sense. Why lie about something so insignificant?
Oh, dang, she's right.
I mean, maybe she really did try to use the emergency phone. I see no room for doubt here.
You're the patooey on rice, right?
Mr. Wright, and I thought you had something there. Wait, what?
Oh, they had us going.
Oh.
They were like, yeah, victory!
Okay.
So, it's an insignificant thing to lie about, sure, but...
I don't know.
Where she saw it, maybe she was in a different position.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Maybe.
Oh. Oh. She's in the security room, which means she couldn't have seen the murder. She's with her boyfriend already.
Right.
Yes. Yes, that's it. Yes. 100%.
Miss Sky tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Star to lie about it.
Pointless to lie. I see.
But say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Star witnessed the crime from a different location.
A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one.
Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it.
Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was this witness when she saw the crime?
Okay. All the testimony we've heard until now points in one direction. Here. The security room. This is the only place where she could have been.
The security guard room.
Indeed, the security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor so you can see the entire lot.
She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There were many other places where she could have seen the phone.
Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness not being part of the prosecutor's office couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Starr? How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned. Today a man has gotten the better of Angel Star.
How did she take the picture? You know the picture where she's got the coat on?
Yes, that is a good
Perhaps
point.
we'll find out.
Yeah, because that picture is not up there. That is from the other side, isn't it? Actually, let me look at it right now.
Yeah, someone else took the photo. Probably.
Tell you what isn't in the photo. A chained fence. Oh,
No,
yes,
you
there
can
is. Yes,
see
it is. Oh,
Yeah,
yes, it is.
you
I can see it.
put
Sorry.
You can't. It's.
Yeah, sorry.
It's
I
really
didn't.
out of focus.
Yeah, I did not see that at all. Like, I zoned past all of it. I looked over at my computer. It is way lighter on my TV than my computer. Scratch that. Ignore me. My bad. But yeah, like, okay, that's very interesting.
I think someone. You know what I think? She said, "Oh, I had a camera in my lunchbox." Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
I think someone else took that photo.
Yes, I do as well.
Yeah.
But who? Okay, because the thing. Okay.
The boyfriend who we're going to meet tomorrow.
Well, here's the thing as well. There is a second murder. What is the deal with that? And I presume that second murder was premeditated. Much like this one was.
Yeah, I feel like there's a bigger conspiracy.
Yeah. I don't believe... If we're to assume that she didn't kill any of them, and by she I mean Angel. Angel didn't kill any of them, nor did Lana. But I think maybe the security guard did.
and obviously someone we haven't met yet killed in a different office building, are we really going to believe it's just those three and no one else involved? Like, there could be a fourth who took this photo. There could be a... Like, it could be a group. A huge group of people.
Yeah.
Interesting. Anyway. Witness, what have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better.
I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails.
The guilty?
Is she talking about Miss Sky?
Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Star lie? It doesn't make any sense.
Huh?
She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. The truth still stands.
It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else?
Mr. Wright, let's review what we know.
So Miss Star witnessed the crime scene from the security guard station. Can you see over that little wall? Because, like, Edgeworth is saying that you can see everything from the security room, but that wall is not that small. It isn't a full to the ceiling.
You couldn't. I don't think you could see. Oh,
could you see the murder actually occur? You could maybe see the end of the car, but could you actually see the murder happen? Certainly not if she's bang up against the wall. Like, if she's up against it, there's no way you could see it.
Well, they say the wall's 6 feet tall. So
I don't know.
Maybe if you're right against the wall.
Yeah.
Let's say you wouldn't be able to see it.
Okay, better. Okay, but could you see the boot of that car?
I think you could see the front of the car.
Yeah, you can see the front. Could you see the boot though? Also, we're taking this picture's word for it that Edgeworth parked it perfectly in the centre. He might be a sloppy parker. You don't know.
He might have been in a hurry. He might have needed to use the loo.
Yeah.
Like...
Anyway, but she lied and said she saw it from B block. Must make a vital difference. But what? What would change? And distance to the crime, angle the view of the crime. I'm going to save just in case we get the wrong thing.
That angle is a good point because you say we can't see the body and we can't like the although the photo looks super incriminating.
But we do know that an oil barrel was pushed over. We know this. And they've just confirmed it is oil. That's probably what's on her. But it's also... Oh, is that why she got out the lighting? Knife? Is that why she got out the knife? So she could open the barrel?
But what it would spill. She's...
Yeah, but it did spill. It spilled on her coat.
Yeah, it spilled. So would you need a knife to...
I don't know. Difference in lighting, why?
To obfuscate the substance on her coat. Because it's a black and white photo. I don't think distance to the crime is relevant.
No. I think the angle is different. That's important, right?
Yeah, I think the angle is tricky. I think it hides. I think the angle is perfect. It hides key information.
Yeah. Why, the angle at which she saw the crime occur would change. The angle? What do you mean? Well, the security guard station is on the 2nd floor, and, she would have sort of a more 3D view of the crime. And this is important. Why? Really now? Would you like to reconsider, Mr. No, it is absolutely important. No, I disagree. I disagree with you. Right. Why is distance important? Why is difference in lighting important?
I can only think of the fact that it's a black and white photo,
Yes.
and
Let's go with it. See what happens. It's a difference in lighting. Lighting? What does that mean? Well, it means, I'm not see. See, the security guard station on the second level, so she would have seen the crime in better lighting conditions. This is important. Why? Yeah, no, I hear that.
I was dead wrong. It's absolutely to do with distance.
But why is that massively relevant?
Because she couldn't climb the fence in record speed.
Oh, that's true.
So she's right there. She's like, right, I gotcha. Then it's up to her.
Yeah, that's true.
It's perfect, you know.
It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime.
My condolences, Mr. Wright. But one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see.
What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime, where you arrested Miss Skye? Well, witness. Oh, if that door's locked, she couldn't have just gone down it. She'd have to go all the way around. You... Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? The quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible. I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend. Boysenberry? For the boyfriend. He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. Yeah, that door was locked, wasn't it? And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. Yes, you had to go all the way around. That's why it took her at least 3 minutes between seeing what could have been a murder and... Okay. That's why I had to go through the visitors' parking in B block. That's quite a detour. Probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. 5 minutes? That is actually quite good, to be fair.
It is accurate, yeah.
This changes things considerably. But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork. You have a point, and the spork is a wonderful invention. Good. Would you like another caviar lunch? Oh, absolutely.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something.
Do I have any evidence to stop this? Let's go. 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente. I've got lunch boxes for Thai pasta into knots, rookie. A 5-minute blank? Isn't that strange?
Strange?
If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey, don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone. But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run. But this time was different. Miss Skye dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go?
Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright.
That was too close.
I'm afraid that the cover queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned.